Shalom, Kal Halal Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS and all the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful tabernacle of David. Shalom and salutations to all the Akwath that are listening and learning. I'm the brother Yahshua. I'm back with the WW3 Daily update. We're going to keep it real short today. Thursday. Start right here. Revelation 17:16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, okay, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. This is talking about the beast and the 10 horns as NATO and the EU. The prostitute is Babylon the Great, also known as America. All right. It says, the 10 horns and the beast shall hate the prostitute, the whore. So everybody right now is developing, or already and has for years, hated America. And they're going to show it. Okay? They will strip her naked, eat her flesh, and burn her remains with fire. So everybody's scheming against the U.S. right now. All right? Make her desolate, make her desolate. They will lay waste to her and make her naked. Right? They're going to show exactly why they hate her. All right? Stripped of her power and influence. Okay? And we see that. The dollar, petrodollar means nothing. China owns the U.S. through debt. Okay? And nobody is afraid of her anymore. Okay? Nobody is worried like they used to be about changing the way they spend or buy and sell oil. They're like this, we're not using the dollar anymore. We're not afraid of you. The days of Gaddafi and Saddam Hussein are over, where you can just go wherever you want to and destroy a country because they won't use your money. All right, so we're in this time. The burning her with fire part is when they send their missiles over here. So anyway, I'm going to go to Skeletor and let him speak about not just what's going on in Russia, but everywhere. Okay? See, NATO and the USA just made a human. NATO is the beast. NATO and the EU. All right? Major news update. Russian revenge is coming. Okay, and the Most High, how about Shemel Shai, is the one that's stirring up the Medes or the Russians. To do what? To move forward into this third world war. So whatever revenge is coming, right, it's tit for tat at this point, and it's not going back. There's going to be no peace accord, no white flag waving. It's just straight into worse and worse bombardments until the nukes come. All right, so let's listen to this. This is an hour ago. Full spectrum survival featuring Skeletor. All right, here we go.
I don't know how much of a warning this is going to be, but we're starting to get some pretty serious allegations that a major event is going to take place between Russia and NATO in the next couple of days or maybe even the next couple of weeks. We know that all of the parts of the train are moving right now and the end is going to be catastrophic, but what we don't know as preppers or survivalists or homesteaders is exactly what that's going to entail. And so what we have before us is just the willingness to prepare and do the best that we can in order to get ready for the unknowns that are coming. China is right now making moves against Taiwan, and we're starting to see a wavering between the U.S. resolve to help Taiwan and what's going to happen when China finally makes that move. Russia is blaming the United States of America for this coup attempt against the greater Russia, and they just unloaded all of these nuclear weapons over to Belarus. Belarus is sitting there high and pretty, saying if something happens to what they call the fatherland, which is all of Russia and all of Belarus together, then you're going to see what will be a major event. You're going to see that World War really come out there and really start to slap us in the face. Now, what happens when that stage is finally set? Well, that's going to be something that is going to shift us into what's probably right out in the open, World War III.
If you are within 20 years of
Slovakia.
With World War III, we can expect a nuclear, a biological, or a chemical weapons attack. Now, I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but the people that we are talking to are saying that you had better get every possible scenario prepared for. That's going to be hard for a lot of people here in our community because that takes basically an endless resolve, an endless amount of money. You have to have every single scenario figured out and what you and your family will do and where you're going to meet and how you're going to kind of like pick things up. It's impossible. But because we're facing the impossible, what will be the worst, most catastrophic SHTF doom and gloom event that we have ever seen in our lifetimes, we just have to do something. And so Kelly and I are trying to get out there and help as many people as we can. And we talked in this month's newsletter that we're sending out right now about people are going to be coming into your path in the next couple of days, next couple of weeks. These people that are coming into your path are going to be suffering in their mental health and their physical health. They aren't going to know what to do. And if you don't start acting like a beacon for them, and if you don't start, kind of putting the pieces together that allows them to pick it up and make sure that their family is safe, guys, a lot of people are unfortunately going to suffer from suicidal thoughts and tendencies. You're going to see a lot of people suffering from addiction. A lot of people are going to go back to old addictive behaviors. They're going to get into toxic relationships and environments. It's going to be disastrous. And that's what drives, when you look at a country in downfall or a country at war, what drives the people, the women to become prostitutes, the men to become abusive, the people to become addicts. I have so much empathy for the people who take these disastrous and negative routes in their life, but what drives them to this is trauma. And we have never faced trauma like we are going to face here in the next couple of weeks. The trauma that we are going, or maybe months even, the trauma that we are going to face, if you think about trauma, a nuclear bomb going off. Russia right now, the Russia motherland, is being told to prepare contingencies to wipe Europe off the face of the earth. The United States military is preparing for plans that China will engage Taiwan and they could engage the U.S. on U.S. home soil. The Chinese military is right now prepared to act using hypersonic missiles, other forms of sabotage, infrastructural terrorism, cyber attacks, literally everything. And what they're going to do is make it so that your life is a living hell.
Babylon the Great, which is America, is ground zero. Okay? In the Bible, this place is hated greatly and will eventually be completely on fire. So what do you think is going to happen before that? It's going to be kindled, right? Small fires that eventually will culminate in all fire, right? Leveled glass parking lot.
This is scary. And when I say scary, I don't mean you have to live in fear. I just mean you have to realize, just like, a person, if they get jumped, right? They're going to react and they're going to jump back, get taken aback a little bit. But then that fight or flight kicks in. You're either going to fight to save your life or you're going to flee to save your life. So when I say scary, I mean prepare for that fight or flight to kick in right now. That's what you should be doing today. You should be saying, I'm getting ready to evacuate. I'm getting ready to fight. I'm getting ready to keep my family safe. I'm getting ready. Whatever you do, your mantra should be, I am getting ready. Some of the details that we're seeing about what's going to happen between Russia and Ukraine, Russia and NATO in the next couple of weeks could be catastrophic to the point of a biological event that takes out 30, 40, 50% of the affected population. Could you even imagine? That's going to make all of the crazy lockdowns, all of the things that have happened in our recent past look like literal child's play. When you start seeing people lined up, when the hospitals overflow like some sort of zombie apocalypse, that's when you know the S has actually hit the fan. There is no coming back from that. Historians are already saying that what they did in the government and what they did in possibly laboratories over the last couple of years, that our society won't recover. And we're starting to see signs of that now with depression and anxiety and the economic collapse. All of these things are just adding on one after the other, after another, after another. People are losing their grip on reality. Dissociative personality disorders are becoming commonplace. We're seeing multiple personality disorders, or MPDs, becoming extremely common, where just to get through life, a person is having to enact another personality that is their work personality, or this is their at-home personality. They're putting on more than just hats. I've talked to you guys about hats before, where you put on the worker's hat, you put on the dad hat, you switch it up for the husband hat, you do all these different hats. No, these are legit personalities. So we see MPD getting increased in.
These are demons. And the portals are open. CERN is working overtime. Demons are having their day right before the frequency of demons is put down, right? And then the demons will have to get in order, all right? But right now, they're having their day. So do your thing, all right? Have your fun, because it's all coming to an end.
In the psychological manifestation of this disaster, people can't pay their bills. When people say everything's fine in my area, I want to, excuse me, got a little heated. I want to smack him in the head. McFly, why aren't you listening here?
Look at Skeletor. See, shit is spiraling out of control.
It's literally all around you, and you don't realize how bad things actually are because you can't open your eyes to, oh my gosh, this is a disaster unfolding with proportions like I have never seen before. And so now is the time to harden your body. And so if you're extremely old, young, overweight, underweight, weak, strong, I don't care what it is, the strongest guys in the world, look at Schwarzenegger and look at all these bodybuilders. They go under, person by person, more heart surgeries because they've pushed that too.
Okay, so, I'm going to stop it right there. Because what is he talking about? He's talking about what's coming here. He's speaking on what's coming to America. And it's not Eddie Murphy. It's that fire.
We're about to do something.
It's that fire. Okay? Babylon is fallen. When you understand this place is Babylon, okay, then you begin to, and look at this. All right? America is called by many names in the spirit. All right? Right here, Revelation 8 and 11. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. What great city? Babylon, the great city, which spiritually is called, okay, Sodom and Egypt. So Sodom and Egypt is talking about the great city, Babylon, the great city, which is talking about America. Okay? And Egypt is falling apart. It's going to be on fire before the fire gets here. Right? With that kindling wood. What would I? Already kindled. Luke 12 and 49. I am come. Who is that? Is this the guy coming to pass out daisies? I am come to send fire on earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? And how I wish it were already kindled, already burning. Well, it is already burning. Okay? This is the one you ignorantly call Jesus, whose name is Yahushua. He's coming to bring division and light this place on fire. To set the world on fire. My grandma and your grandma. I have come to set the world on fire, and I wish it were already burning. Well, guess what? It's burning right now. Okay? Ask Canada, right? But ground zero is in America. All right? So, anyway, with that, you can see by Skeletor, he's worried. All right? Because the shit is hitting the fan right now. All right? And gonna be, with every day that passes, all right, it's gonna be more and more. So, with that, we're gonna end it right there. We hope that the elector edified you, brothers and sisters, with that shalom.